Hey guys, welcome back. Check out this video by Dion Talks Finance.
Stocks is a long play, decades for compound interest to do its thing. For you to be invested on the 10 to 20 specific days that actually make the appreciation happen, so that you don't touch your stocks, yes, that don't generate cash flow, that when you do retire, you're living on the 4% rule, hoping that inflation doesn't outpace your appreciation.
Kirby, I know this is your guy. What are your thoughts on what he just said about the stock market?
All right, let's put some things in perspective because I know I haven't even looked at the comment section of that video, but I bet you all the internet trolls killed him on this one. All right, first off, Dion, he is self-professed. He knows nothing about the stock market. Self-professed. But what he's saying is true for 95 to 98% of the people in the United States. The stock market is a long game. We never misconstrued it as something that it wasn't. I mean, we just literally said that the stock market is a transfer from wealth from the inpatient to the patient. But to 98% of the people that video was meant for, he is right. Understand that you have to be in the stock market for the long game. Most of the stocks, if you just buy individual stocks and you're not putting a lot of money in there, or you buy an index fund, you're not putting a lot of money in there, you will not produce enough cash flow to pay a utility bill. That's true. But for the 5% of people that know better, they're probably, and that's probably the people that's in the comment section of the video, it's not true. Stock market is a long game, period. Yeah, but stocks can produce cash flow, and we've talked about it many a times on this channel on how you can sell covered calls, we cash secure puts, and produce a cash flow to live off of. So you can do that. But most people in America or around the world won't do the due diligence or learn how to do that. So what he's trying to do is try to convince people that, hey, yeah, the stock market sounds good, but real estate is better. And Alex, we've talked about on this channel, if we had to choose one, stocks or real estate to live off of, which one would we choose? We choose real estate if we only had one choice. I mean, for us, good thing that we study both and we do both. But for the most part of that video, he's right for the everyday common person that just having a stock portfolio, you putting 3% in your 401k match, and then you think at 65 that you're going to be good because you probably in a target date retirement fund and you think you're going to be good. You're sadly mistaken. You will be in a bad position. You might have enough money in the end of your 65 years to say, hey, I could probably buy a car or something, but that's about it. You won't have real money to live off of. And especially now with retirement and all that stuff out the window, and the only thing you have is Social Security, you won't have enough money to live off of. But Alice, what you got?
Yeah, on this video, it like you said, it applies to 95 to 98% of the people in America. But for those that know the stock market, this isn't completely true. But that just applying to those that know the market, because as you and I know, you can generate cash flow from the stock market, whether it be dividends or option premium. But as he said, most people live off the 4% rule. That's what I've always heard from people that, work 40, 45 years, retire, take 4% per year from their 401k. And the idea of investing in the stock market is time in the market, not timing the market, as he said, with only if you buy the 15 to 20 times that it drops in your lifetime or whatever. Yeah, you want to invest more during those times, but if you just invest consistently in the right investments is the key, then in time you will see a lot of growth in your portfolio. But for the most part, many people, or the most amount of people that are invested in a 401k or retirement plan or in the market itself are invested in the wrong investments. So the long-term investment strategy for them doesn't even make much of a difference, because in 40 years their investment portfolio might go up 20% or something. So it doesn't really make any effect. But if you're invested in, say, the S&P or the NASDAQ for 40 years, you'll see a lot of growth. So his message, I think, applied to the majority of Americans, but it does not It should not be a deterrent from investing in the stock market itself. And that's one thing I don't like about videos from many real estate investors that speak on the stock market, because it's very biased for just like, hey, just invest in real estate, don't worry about stocks, when there's opportunity on both ends. And the path to learning the stock market shouldn't be cut out just because, oh, the majority of people take this way. It's because the majority of people invest in the stock market, lower class and middle class, aren't educated on the stock market. If you get the education first in either market, you're going to be successful. And it shouldn't just stick to real estate, because the stock market does have its benefits. You just have to know what you're doing in the stock market.
Yeah, and again, Dion, he's self-professed that he knows nothing about the stock market. He don't have money in a retirement plan. He don't have anything like that. But going back to your 4% rule. So again, most people and most people gonna have less than $100,000 in it. Well, let's just give them $100,000 in their 401k when they retire. $100,000, 4% of $100,000 is what?
4,000.
$4,000.
Yeah.
$4,000 a year on $4,000 a year on top of your Social Security payment, which is going to be, let's just say, $2,000 a month. So $2,000 a month is $24,000 a year plus the $4,000, so that's $28,000. That's all people got to live off of. That's not enough if you still got a mortgage payment, a rent payment, utilities, and then now I want to YOLO and travel and all that other stuff when I retire. $2,800, $28,000 is not going to get you there. Especially again, putting your 3% in there, or putting up to the employer match in there. But again, most of the 401ks get eat up by fees anyway, because people don't know what the hell they're doing and they think the company has their best interest at heart. They won't have enough money to survive. So Dion is right in that aspect. Most people won't have money to survive. But how we talk is, you invest into a Hertz, of course, maxing out your Roth. Then you got your 401k. Then you got brokerage accounts. And then we do it on the real estate side too. And I can see the benefits of real estate, because if you're going to play the long game, and then real estate, of course, rent could be $500 a month now, but 20, 30 years from now, that same property that you own, the rent could be 15, 2,000, 2,500 a month. Your mortgage is paid down, paid off, and that's $2,000 a month on one property in cash flow. So now imagine if you got 5 or 10 or 15 of them. That's $20,000, $30,000 a month. And you still holding the same property. And you're getting cash flow the whole time. You're getting depreciation benefits the whole time. You're getting depreciation of the property the whole time. So is there more avenues to do it? But the key element that's missed out on it is you have to be a good operator. Even if you have property management, you still have to be a good operator. Because if you're not, you're screwed. You're truly screwed if you're not a good operator. So there's risk in both sides of it. But the biggest risk is people lack of ability to want to retire and then don't put in the work, the education, and the capital necessary now in their working years to have golden years later. And I'll end it right there, Alex.
So all that being said, guys, if you have any questions or comments, let us know down below. Don't forget to like this video, share, and we'll see you guys in the next one.